getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man!
In The Fifth Element, during the scene where Corbin outsmarts the mugger at his apartment, Bruce Willis breaks character for a moment. He can't help but smile at the mugger's hilarious acting and ridiculous hat. Struggling to hold back laughter, he ad-libs a line.
Very nice hat.
In Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the trio's laughter after Harry talks about his kiss with Cho wasn't scripted. When Emma Watson joked about Ron having the emotional range of a teaspoon, Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Grint started laughing, and Emma joined in.
Just because you've got the emotional range of a teaspoon.
Their laughter wasn't planned, but the director found the moment so natural that he decided to keep it in the film.
Igor, would you give me a hand with the bags?
Certainly.
In Young Frankenstein, Gene Wilder is often on the verge of cracking up, especially during Igor's Take the Bags scene. This moment had to be filmed multiple times, not because the cast broke character, but because the crew's laughter kept ruining the takes.
Stop that. I'm talking about the luggage.
In This Is the End, during a scene between James Franco and Danny McBride, Seth Rogen can be seen hunched over, laughing in the background. He later tweeted that it was the hardest scene to get through without breaking character.
This? No more, man, all over your fucking face. All more.
In The Return of the Pink Panther, Catherine Schell couldn't stop laughing during the nightclub scene where Peter Sellers, as Clouseau, impersonates Guy Gadbois. She laughs so hard she chokes on her drink, while Sellers stays in character, making the scene even funnier. In Good Morning Vietnam, Robin Williams improvised so many jokes that the cast often couldn't stop laughing. In one radio station scene, his quick humor made the background actors laugh for real, making the moment feel natural and memorable.
Get up on 17. Those pilots are going right now. I really like the music. I really like the music. I really like the music. Oh!
In The Wolf of Wall Street, during the briefcase delivery scene, Jonah Hill pushes John Bernthal to his breaking point with an outrageous line, leaving Bernthal struggling to hold back his laughter.
Oh my gosh, the Emperor of Foxville came down from Foxville to give me a pass. Hey.
My destiny.
In Dungeons & Dragons, when Jeremy Irons dramatically shouts, "My destiny," Bruce Payne can be seen struggling to hold back laughter. Minutes later, when Irons says, "Let their blood rain from the sky," he clearly is laughing while he says it.
Let their blood rain from the sky!
In Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr. briefly breaks character with a grin after delivering his book script line, but he quickly recovers and snaps back into a serious stare.
What you getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man!
Also, in Iron Man 2, Downey cracks up while asking the DJ for a beat. Since Tony is supposed to be drunk, the moment worked perfectly and was kept in the scene.
Goldstein, give me a fat beat to beat my buddy's chest.
In The Wizard of Oz, when the Cowardly Lion makes his first appearance, Judy Garland hides behind Toto. While this seems like she's frightened, she was actually trying to conceal her laughter at Lars' performance.
Why, you're nothing but a great big coward.
You're right, I am a coward.
In Roman Holiday, the Mouth of Truth scene shows Audrey Hepburn's real reaction when Gregory Peck pretends his hand was bitten off. She wasn't told about the prank, and her surprise was so genuine that the scene was done in a single take. In Monty Python and the Holy Grail, during the witch scene, John Cleese kept changing his timing, causing the others to laugh during his long pauses. At one point, Eric Idle bites the scythe he's holding to stop himself from cracking up.
What do you do with witches?
In The Princess Bride, Billy Crystal's improvisation as Miracle Max made it almost impossible for the cast to stay serious. Carrie Elwes, supposed to play Mostly Dead, kept laughing so much he was replaced by a mannequin for parts of the scene.
Hey! Hello in there! Hey!
Director Rob Reiner couldn't even stay on set. His laughter kept ruining takes, so he watched from a separate room.
Bye-bye, boys! Have fun storming the castle!
In E.T., the extraterrestrial Dee Wallace, playing Elliot's mom, struggles to hide a laugh while scolding him for calling his brother penis breath at dinner, hinting the line might have been ad-libbed.
Maybe an elf or a leprechaun.
It was nothing like that, penis breath!
Elliot! Sit down.
In Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Courtney Cox tries to stay serious during Jim Carrey's button hook pattern in super slow-mo, but nearly loses it during his instant replay.
Hallway here. We have another.
In the same scene, when Ace slams his head into a chair, the doctor with Cox can be seen chuckling too. Earlier, Tone Loc struggles to keep a straight face during the iconic ass-talking bit.
By the way, do you have a mint? Perhaps some banaka?
In Hitch, during the dance lesson scene, Will Smith covers his mouth through most of the sequence, and when you see Kevin James dancing, it's easy to guess why.
Don't ever do that again.
God has blessed us so much, I can't afford to feed you anymore.
Couldn't you have your balls cut off?
In Monty Python's The Meaning of Life, during the Every Sperm is Sacred sequence, the kids surprised Michael Palin with an unrehearsed line that made him burst into laughter.
You could have had them pulled off in an accident.
No, children, I know you're trying to help.
In Monty Python's Flying Circus, an off-camera crash causes Michael Palin to briefly break character, with Terry Gilliam laughing in the background. The scene quickly cuts to a dummy to cover the mishap, and when it resumes, everyone is composed again. In Beverly Hills Cop, Eddie Murphy's improvised Super Cops story made John Ashton laugh so much he had to pinch his face to hide it.
They're not just regular cops, they're super cops.
The moment works perfectly in the scene, making it seem like Sergeant Taggart knows Lieutenant Bogomil won't believe the story.
And the only thing missing on these guys are capes.
In Revenge of the Pink Panther, everyone thinks Clouseau is dead, and Dreyfus is asked to read a eulogy about him. The words are so over the top that Dreyfus starts laughing but hides it with a handkerchief.
He was, above all else, a modest man.
His laughter turns into tears, and the people at the funeral think he's crying from sadness, so they all start crying too. The cast of Parks and Recreation improvised often, with some moments making the final cut and others not. In a blooper from the scene where Andy and April visit the doctor, Andy lists even more absurd concerns, including a hilarious line about wiping a marker.
Sometimes when I wipe, I'll wipe, and I'll wipe, and I'll wipe. It's like I'm wiping a marker or something.
Aubrey Plaza tries to stay in character, but eventually turns away and bursts into laughter, along with the crew. In When Harry Met Sally, Billy Crystal improvised the pecan pie line, catching Meg Ryan off guard. She looks off camera, and director Rob Reiner signals her to go with it, allowing the playful bit to continue seamlessly.
But I would be proud to partake of your pecan pie.
Oh, no.
But I would be proud.
But I would be proud.
To partake.
To partake.
Of your pecan pie.
In The Master, during the elevator scene, an actor unexpectedly farted, making Philip Seymour Hoffman, Joaquin Phoenix, and the cast burst into laughter.
Oh my fucking... Oh my God.
In American Pie, Eddie K. Thomas had a hard time staying serious during Finch's laxative-fueled bathroom scene. Some of his real reactions and laughter ended up in the final cut, making the scene even funnier.